Alfredo Morelos.
AKA the Fat Man, AKA Ange Postecoglou's Colombian brother.
It's Alfredo Morelos. Here, put a bit of respect on Alfredo's name. Rangers' top European goal scorer.
I mean, I would, but you seen his record in Old Firm games. It's not great. Like, well, he did add another one, I guess, there at the weekend.
At the weekend, it was a wee bit longer than the weekend, but aye, Morelos is leaving, and I don't think this guy's getting the credit that he deserves.
I think Morelos has been thrown under the bus here. Everyone seems to be blaming. Well, I'm not saying everyone's blaming him for losing title 56 or whatever and the implosion, really, but I mean, it's not Morelos' fault that the Rangers transfers have been shocking. I mean, they focus so much on ending 10 in a row, and since then, yeah, things have went to shit for Rangers. But again, not Morelos' fault. You put Morelos up front, he'll score goals.
He's been Morelos'. He's been Rangers' best striker for donkeys.
Even through the years where Celtic were still winning, I mean, there was a lot of times where you'd felt if you took Morelos out the Rangers team, they had no chance. I remember Rangers going into a lot of games and you felt like the chance they had of winning, especially when they took on Celtic. And I know he had this thing, he couldn't score against Celtic, but you know, he still felt more confident when Morelos into the Rangers team.
I remember when he gets suspended, Cup semi-final against Aberdeen, they had to stick Sadiq in, and everyone's crying for Morelos. But yeah, you know what? Cholak's come in, right? And I like Cholak, but see the amount of people...
He's not the player Morelos is, he's just not.
But see the amount of people, though, that's like, oh, well, fuck Morelos. Doesn't matter what he's done. Tony 2 goals is the man. People just bum-licking Cholak because... Right, I get it, right? Morelos looks like he's leaving. That's the whole point of this video. It looks like he's going to Sevilla, right? But let's be real, the club haven't offered him hee-haw. It's the same with Goldson.
Yeah, he hasn't been offered the new deals. How can he show loyalty and sign one when he's not been offered it? I've heard speculation that he's after 45 grand a week. Now, I don't think you'd get that at Rangers. But, I mean, it's not like they've offered him 30 a week and he's refused it. So, what Morelos is reportedly after in terms of wages a week is kind of irrelevant at the moment because he hasn't been offered any deal.
He should have been tied down long ago. And again, this ain't a Morelos problem. I don't see why anyone has a problem with Morelos. I mean, you take Morelos out of Rangers like the last 6 years he's been here. Fuck, I wouldn't like to think what Rangers would be without Morelos. And there's a few players like that in the current squads. It's not just a Morelos thing. He's Rangers' top European goal scorer.
I know. See all those trophies Rangers have won over the past 6 years? How many of them would they won without Morelos?
He's not far off Larsson in the Europa League.
Alright.
Oh, but is he shite?
Well, Henrik Larsson was apparently the GOAT, like, so...
I just don't get one Morelos. I honestly, like, when you see, like, Edward and Dembele leaving Celtic, it was nothing but plaudits for them.
And I don't really understand. It's not like he just went to shit, he got injured.
I know.
He had a long spell out.
He's not... I mean, that's the thing. He's been playing with fitness issues since he came back. Look at Kamar Roof. The guy, but when he's fit, Roof can't play through fitness. He's fucking dug me. I could actually almost understand if Roof was getting that slated this much because he's constantly injured. But Morelos, fit or no fit, he still plays and he'll fucking get goals.
He scores and he gets taken off in a semi-cup final. I mean, that's a joke.
Again, but yeah, thoughts on potentially going to Sevilla. If he was shit, he would not be getting a move to Sevilla.
No, it's a good move for him, let's be real. Sevilla's a lot better than Rangers are.
Exactly, that's a sad reality.
You know, Sevilla's a team that's always... Well, more often than not, they actually do get into the Champions League. Well, some years they might miss out, but if they're not in the Champions League, they're always in the Europa League. Alright, Champions League...
They always win the Europa League.
Yeah, you expect them to always go far as well, so, you know, I think it's a... Everywhere else is at his best. It's a good signing for Sevilla.
Would you like him to move to Sevilla, or would you like a wee Premier League move? Where could you see Morelos fitting in the Premier League?
I think Rangers should try and keep him.
I think they should try and keep him, but I think it's gone.
The club's skint. They're not good. They're going to find it difficult to replace Morelos. You're just not going to bring in a player of that quality with the money that the Rangers are looking to spend. So
no.
Good luck replacing him. Same with if Kent goes. I mean, good luck replacing him. I just don't know why they've allowed 9 first-team players to, have their contracts. Like, it's definitely the ones they don't want to keep. But even Ryan Jack, for example, I think Ryan Jack's criminally underrated. Especially compared to Lundstrom and Kamara, man. He's far better. He is. And the fact he could go as well. Like
we're living in a world where you could be losing Kent and Morelos, but you're keeping Scott Wright.
That's not right. That's just not right.
There's nothing right about it.
But no, I think if Rangers lose Morelos, Kent, and Jack, good luck replacing them.
And fuck knows who else they could lose.
Yeah, who else's contract's out?
But no.
Arfield and Davis.
Yeah, no, but that's the thing.
Davis, I think, is
Hollander as well, but I think Hollander.
Yeah. But again, I think a lot of people kind of turned on Hollander, and it's like, I get him out. But what's he done wrong? He got injured. I mean,
yeah.
I'm pretty sure when Hollander was fit, people were like, "Oh, he's great."
But him and Goldson was the best partnership.
So again, I don't know why people have been quick to turn on Hollander. I think you need to give these players benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, and let's be real. Think what you want about these players that haven't re-signed or haven't been offered anything. The Rangers team, it would take one of Rangers' greatest windows to be able to replace Morelos and Kent.
Yeah.
I just don't see. I mean, they couldn't replace Bassi and Aribo.
I mean, you either need to pay a lot of money or you need to find a couple of hidden gems. And with Rangers' transfer record over the past couple of seasons, they haven't been signing hidden gems. They've been signing dog meat like Scott Wright. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I just don't see Rangers going to... What did they spend on Cantwell? 2 million?
2.5 or
what
something?
What did they spend on Raskin?
1.5.
Yeah, I just don't see Rangers spending much more than that on a player.
No, it's weird about it though. They've both had 6 months left.
Yeah. Plus the fact that they bought Kent for 7 million and he could potentially leave on a free, it's
pure business.
Do you not even get your money back?
Kent going to Leeds potentially. They are interested.
Paid $1 million for Morelos, which was like really, really, really good buy. I mean, I don't think that's getting enough credit. That signing of Morelos was great, but still, I mean, he's a player that in his peak, you feel like
one of the good things Pedro did.
Yeah, I feel like peak Morelos. I mean, you maybe could have been looking at around the £20 million mark for him. And the Rangers just, can they really afford to not make that kind of money?
Exactly. They're not going to make hee-haw. We thought that last year with Goldson. But again, Goldson re-signed in the end. And I'm surprised though, because it was almost as if no one came in for Goldson.
I actually wonder if Rangers plan... Maybe they just don't want to keep Kent Morelos. Maybe they think the wages are too high and they want to get them off the wage bill.
I think the fact, though, that maybe recently you could see him putting Čolak in. He's not done the same with Kent, so maybe you could argue he's keeping Kent, getting rid of Morelos. I don't know, but you know what? You think of Rangers, and there are players that come to mind.
Morelos is 30 grand a week, isn't he?
Something like that, yeah.
What I would say is, I think for a team of Rangers' size and financial worth and shit, I think if Morelos isn't guaranteed to be like the number one striker, 30 grand's a lot for someone to sit on the bench at Rangers. Whereas I feel like Kent is kind of guaranteed to be a starter on the left wing.
Yeah.
So I mean, it could be, it could come down to that where they're thinking, you know what, we actually prefer Čolak as the guy up front, and if Morelos is going to be the number 2, then we just get a cheaper number 2.
Fair enough.
But for me, Morelos should be number 1 because I think he's better than Čolak.
Well, there you go. I agree with that too. Morelos is the all-round better player, even if Čolak is the better goal scorer. But anyway, guys, that is it for this video. We'll be back later on for a wee match review. Celtic Hearts. How did it get on earlier? Hearts fan 90.
Rather fucking die.
And on that note, with 2 teams into the semis, who will the other 2 teams be? Find out tomorrow and Monday. But until then,
Rafe and Falkirk.
Maybe aye.